YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Working on the 2015 Ram Rebel that I picked up in Copart for cheap. Doing the rear suspension right now. Deleting the airbag ride suspension. I'm going with coils. I bought the coil kit for the front and rear. These are the rears. I also bought a lift kit. 3.5 on the front, 2.5 in the rear. This is what the back ones look like. I put the rubber space in there. I don't know if I could put that there or not, but I'm supposed to put this on the stock ones if I go stock. I already took everything off here. As you guys can see, you do have to remove this sway bar link here. I took it off from the top because the bottom one was giving me an issue. Also, I just watched the video. I put the bump stops that came with the new suspension. These are the bump stops that came with the new suspension. These are the old struts. I'm thinking about leaving these on because this truck on the air suspension, it does go up almost a 2-inch. It's like a 2-inch lift kit from factory when the airbags are all the way up. So I'm thinking these shocks here will work better for me if I'm doing a 2.5 on the rear on the lift kit. So these are the stock shocks that came with the suspension that I purchased from eBay. I still don't know if I'm gonna be able to put this the 2-inch 2.5-inch spacer in the rear because I'm not getting enough clearance here to actually put in the spring here with everything on it. Just the spring alone doesn't fit, so I have to I just removed that other sway bar link on the other side. Then I have the guy said unbolt both of the shocks, this bottom bolt right here, take it off on both sides, and then just let this rear suspension just go all the way down, and that's how much space I'm gonna have to be able to put in the spring. But I don't know if that's gonna be enough space for me to put the spring and the 2.5 lift on it. So with that being said, I'm gonna start working on this to finish bringing the suspension down, and I'll get back with you guys. So this is what it's gonna look like with the rears on. I haven't done the fronts yet. That's the rear. I think I'm gonna put the fronts on. YouTube, let me know if this is normal. That rear spring, it has like a turn to it, sort of like a banana. With that rear spacer in the rear. Let's see if I can show you right here. Right there. It's got a 2.5-inch spacer in the rear. But the spring, for some reason, it kind of turns. It's not straight. It doesn't look like a straight line. It kind of has like this curve to it, like this. Can you guys leave it in the comments down below if that's normal when you put a 2.5-inch spacer in the rear? This is what the front looks like. I haven't done the lift kit on the front yet. We're probably gonna do them tomorrow, so you guys will see it complete with the whole kit installed. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. But so far she rides good. I do hear some kind of like some rattles or something down there, so I gotta check what that is. So everything's not fully installed because I don't know if I was gonna keep it or not. But yeah, that's what she looks like. That 5.7 rumbles. I like it. I like that look, that tall look with the small wheels. Sort of like those big F-150s, how they got that real tall look to them, but the wheels are kind of small. I like that look for some reason. I don't know why. I know people like the big tires and all that, but I like the tall with the small wheels. Sort of like that, like how the back looks. So I'll finish it up tomorrow, and you guys will just see it as in the same day on a video, but it'll be tomorrow. I'm tired. Alright guys, it is now the next day. I'm here in my garage. I'm gonna show you guys the lift kit I got from eBay. I paid $150 for this kit. It came with the upper ball joint with control arms for that angle that you get when you put a spacer in the front. You don't mess up your axles and suspension components. It came with both sides, so it's left and right, and these are the top ones for the front. These are for the front. And these are 3.5 inch. I don't know, they don't look like it, but supposedly these are 3.5, so 3.5. So I'm doing 3.5 in the front, and I'm doing a 2.5 lift on the rear. The rear is already installed. Let me see if you guys can get a glimpse of what it's gonna look like. That's what the rear is gonna look like. I got about 10 inches from the tire to the top of the wheel well. And this is what we're looking at right now. Like I said, like I mentioned in the previous video, I already installed the strut with the spring in the front, so it no longer has airbag suspension. It is all removed, front and rear. But now I'm gonna install the lift kit on the front with the upper control arm ball joints and the 3.5 lift spacers in the front. That's my front tire. So I never did this job before. I'm looking at a few videos on YouTube, and I'm gonna try to figure it out. I got it jacked up in the middle with two jack stands holding in the middle also, just in case. These trucks are pretty heavy, so you're gonna need a 3-ton jack for this kind of job. I'm gonna start disassembling what I have here, and then I'll get back with you guys when I have some of it installed. All right, guys, this is what this lift kit looks like with the 3.5 lift kit on it, spacer adapter on the factory strut. So it's gonna go outside. It's gonna go on top of your strut. You don't have to disassemble your strut to install this kit. This kit, you just put it on top, and it bolts onto your factory bolts that go on to the truck up here. So what you do is you install this where you would install it on the truck. 1, 2, and then you got a 3 in the back. So it takes 3. And then you unbolt these here. These are the ones that you're gonna use now. So you're gonna take these nuts off, and you're gonna put the strut back on, and these are the nuts that's gonna hold the strut onto the truck. As you guys can see, this is everything that has to be disassembled. You got your tie rod has to be disassembled. You got your lower, you got your sway bar link has to be disassembled. I might have to get longer ones because this is a 3-inch lift. Caliper I took off and put it there because I don't want to put stress on the brake holes. And you gotta let your suspension fall down. And as you guys can see, I also removed the upper control arm with ball joint. It is right here. And one thing I did not know, this ball joint that they installed on this upper control arm, it is not greased. You have to grease it yourself. So I do have a grease gun. I'll show you guys what I have. I have a grease gun. I had enough grease in here to actually do both. This is what I have right here. This is a grease gun. What you do is you plug it on right here, you put it here, and you push grease in here. And you feel right here on the ball joint, make sure you got enough grease in there. Because if you install these without grease, eventually you're going to start getting noise on your front end, and you're going to think that this kit sucks because you did not do it the proper way. So with that being said, I'm going to reinstall all this back. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm doing it by myself. Like I said, jack and jack stands there. So I'm going to try to put everything back together, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like after everything's installed. YouTube, this is it. This is what she looks like. After I measure the spacers that they sent me, I measured 2-inch. So I believe, so it's gonna have, this is a 2-inch in the front with the upper ball joint that came with the kit. I have 8 inches from the tire to the wheel well on the front, and on the rear I have about 10 from the tire to the wheel well. So yeah, this is what she's gonna look like. So far I'm gonna keep the here's the front end. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did I make the right decision with the lift kit? Like I said, the front is a 2-inch lift kit and the rears are 2.5. So I'm thinking about either taking out the rears so it could be even with the front. I don't like this look where it's higher in the rear and lower in the front. You guys let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. God bless.